from the employer's perspective as well as the employee's perspective?
The key perspective actually for to become an employee actually willingness to work. That's the one that's missing. And willingness, what is the driving motivational factors to work? We should see that. As an individual, as a student, when you start your career, what drives you to go for a job? What makes you to go to work on a daily basis? That's the drive actually decides the employability skills first. If you have the drive, your attitude gets tuned up. Your attitude gets tuned up, your ability to learn gets increased. Your ability is to learn is there, you learn everything. Your job is done there actually. So, yeah.
Talent retention or talent management, which is the more daunting task for HR?
Actually, it's retention. Because talent acquisition, if you ask me, demand and supply factor, you have more supply. Obviously, people are ready to join with you. If you offer today, definitely they will join. But are you able to retain them is the question is, the problem is the expectation management actually. The reason is today's the generation, actually the expectation is also very high. The growth, the pace at which they expect to be grow also it's very fast actually. That's number one. The other side also, there are certain misconceptions getting conveyed whether in an expressed way or implied way to the students or for the candidate before joining, which is not adhered, which is not followed having joined the organization, or which is not fulfilled having joined the organization. They look for a change. So retention is the biggest challenge nowadays actually, if you ask me.
Employee loyalty, is it a redundant feature? Because it slackens the pace of growth of an organization as well as an individual. Your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. Employee loyalty, it's not there actually at all. But career loyalty is there. See, advantage is actually career loyalty is there. You can always substitute your employee loyalty towards the employer loyalty towards the career loyalty. The person is actually, irrespective of changing company, is interested there in the career actually. I may change the company, but still I like the job what I do. So how do I provide an opportunity for him to get exposed to a different level of my satisfaction? Then it makes me to become loyal to my career. But that expectation is met, I'll be obviously with the organization. So indirectly the career employee loyalty can met with the career loyalty. That's my perception.
What are the most important features of new generation HR?
New generation HR actually. HR, if you ask me, most of the time now HR is becoming a more transactional one. You don't find HR to be of more strategic reason. The reason is actually the people who we train them actually. Especially I'm talking about the institutes which are all 80% not like an IIM. Those institutes actually we don't train them to be a HR professional there actually. We don't have a trainer to train them either, or we don't have faculty to groom them as the right HR professionals. It's all becoming a self-learning process. So in the process, people are not ready to wait for learning, wait for do something actually. So as a HR, the key competencies are missing in the market for the 80% of people who are all non-premier institutes I'm talking about. So as a result, what you do, when you don't have enough competencies, people don't respect you in the organization. When people don't respect you in the organization, then our stand itself is a question. When stand is becoming a question, actually you would get disappointed. Obviously, it's a cycle.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yes. The talent export and import, is it happening still?
It's happening. Definitely, it's happening. It has to happen, I would say. It should happen actually. It should happen actually. No, because you don't have a potential. You don't have a people to. You don't have an opportunity. If you are not giving, actually, somebody else will take my talents actually. You can't blame for that. And we are working in a global village. We are not talking about India actually as such. We are working in a global village. It's a welcoming trend, I would say.